I'm Lee, and with Simple Surveys, and we believe that customer feedback is the lifeblood of every business. So that sounds a little simple. Okay. So the reality is, though, even though it's the lifeblood of business, most businesses don't actually get any feedback. I mean, maybe a little bit, but most don't. We're talking about small businesses here. Anyone here ever been to a restaurant, show of hands, and wanted to give feedback and couldn't give feedback? Really? Not everyone? Okay. But still, like 75% of you raise your hands. I'm going to tell you a quick story. Let's imagine that you have invested your life savings in a froyo place. Everyone's doing it now, right? You used to have fresh pineapple. Now you just have canned pineapple. I went back. I don't like canned pineapple. I'm never going back and going to your competitors. You don't know that. You never see me again. I'm lost. You die by 1,000 little cuts, right? 6 months later, you're out of business. Why? Pineapple. So our big competition is what? In small business, it's the comment card, and usually you just get stuff at the extremes. Terrible stuff, good stuff, and you miss the stuff in the middle. Owners don't have time. You're already working 16 hours a day trying to do this business. You don't have time to like set up your own survey or whatever. You don't. And also setting up, doing comments is really difficult. It's a science, and you don't know how to do it. You're a failure guy. So the other thing is you don't get analytics. Analytics is good, we know why, lots of good stuff. Also, so we went out in the field, we actually did this. We went to dozens of restaurants, a lot of them really expressed interest. 7 of them jumped on and said, yeah, we'll do this. We gave out table toppers, we gave out things with bills put by the register, we did QR codes, quick scans, we made it really easy, we made it simple, we made it powerful, and you know what? Restaurants were super psyched, and they were like, yeah, we want to do this, we'll pay you for it. Here's a couple of the folks that you may recognize: Sticky Rice, Tasty Italy, Village Cafe. We actually went in there, they actually said that they do it, they wanted to pay us. So, yeah, but look at stuff at Village Cafe, better pizzas, cost more vegetarian. That's actionable. You can do something with that, right? And this is just a weekend project. Okay. So this is what we're trying to build out. We see that there's potential to do it better, but we think that the market is really much bigger to do what is a turnkey survey site, to do 4 surveys what, say, Constant Contact has done for e-newsletters, add in a dash of Google Analytics, and make it really fun and simple and powerful to use. We're going to walk through to the next thing. Basic dashboard idea: you can do a lot of things with surveys that you can't do with comment cards. You can track stuff over time. You can see it instantly. You can see how you're benchmarked against other restaurants in Richmond, other restaurants that have been around for 6 months, other restaurants that serve tacos, whatever it is, right? You can act on feedback. Think about the comment card. Comment card boxes collect dust. It doesn't work. All right. How we make our money: basic software as a service model, $20 a month. We think that's actually pretty conservative. We talked to a guy at Bobalicious who used to manage a bunch of restaurants. They had a much more expensive survey option that was a 1-800 number when he was at Hooters. They were paying hundreds of dollars a month. Hundreds of dollars a month. It didn't really do very well for them. Actually, he said, I don't have anything to use. I'd love to use something. We said, how much would you pay? He goes, I don't know, 120 bucks. So 20 is pretty conservative. With 800 users in the first year, we break even. Less than 800 users, double up to 40, cut the break even by 6 months, or double profits, right? So the rollout strategy, this applies to all small businesses or small to medium-sized businesses. We're really focusing on the restaurant market. It's discrete. We know where it is. There are 2,700 in the Richmond market alone. We've already got people that would sign up. Village Cafe folks said, sure, we do that. We have 6 restaurants. There's only 6 there's 600 restaurants, right? That's 6 accounts, basically. It's the cost of like 1 meal, 20 bucks. Then we grow out. There's 42,000 new restaurants founded every year. After the first year, we moved out of the restaurant market into other small and medium stuff. And so we're simple surveys. And it's simple, it's powerful. There's a need, we've got a solution. It's super cool. We hope you like it.
So as far as the surveys that you've gone out and done, how many of these restaurants do you think you need to sell to kind of maintain a reasonable growth there? Or what do you think is the possibility? Is that sold directly? Is that indirect through Facebook, Twitter, other things?
I think the software as a service model is pretty established. I'm not sure if that's answering your question, but if you look at like where constant contact goes or something, just say,
Sure.
look, it's $20 a month, we're going to grow, and you have two businesses. You don't get two businesses on one account. You get two businesses. Constant contact's growth curve we were looking at kind of goes like, it goes backwards for you. So like it goes up
Sure.
per share, and then it kind of levels off per share. But the actual growth is going like that, right? 20 years ago, 10 years ago, people said, why would I pay anyone to send emails?
Right, sure. But you're not going to directly go put a Salesforce on the street to go sell this. You're looking at...
I think, right, so, we've got, I think, budgeted $5,000 a month for marketing and stuff, so that's some of your basic Google ads and stuff. There's a restaurant news magazine, we can buy advertising there. There's a trade show coming up in May down in Florida for all the restaurants and stuff. That's just restaurants. We put people on the street? Sure. I don't think we need to, though.
Is your value add then the content related to the restaurant survey? Because they could go out to Survey Monkey today and do that, correct?
Excellent question. You walked right into the trap. I appreciate that. So, right. So, I brought a hammer and I forgot the damn thing. So, Survey Monkey is a tool, right? And if you own a small business and you want to go and build a survey, great. The thing is, this is turnkey, and these are all validated questions. It's best practices. It's, scientifically, it's good questions. As a small business person, you don't know how to ask a question, right? And you don't have the time to do it. We've already done all that work for you. We've got a wizard. You walk through it, right? And it says, hey, where are you? I'm starting a restaurant. You click. What does it mean? Benchmarking, right?
Within the industry, a restaurant that's in the first year, the restaurant that's in the first year will be able to benchmark with other restaurants in the first year. How do they compare in their feedback with these best golden questions that we've identified? 3 would be across the board, everybody would get those, and then they would get to choose 2. We also, to kind of answer your other question, but the market penetration, we had break-even point within a year based on only 5% in the Richmond market. There is 2,700 restaurants. You take 5% of that, you take 2% of the ones in Virginia, and 0.1% of the ones in the USA, and we're already making $180,000 a year.
Do you think you're held back at all by the technological interface that you guys chose to use?
Yeah, so we actually pitched a QR idea initially. The reality is, no, that's part of it. I think people did it, and we got surveys back that the restaurants never got back. And these restaurants we got to probably got surveys back in a year. So people are willing to do it. There's a big question, like, is that great Tumblr page people are using QR codes? So it's a big one. So I don't think so. Burger King just invested a ton of money in QR codes. And there's a new device that may be coming out soon, right? That should maybe change that as well. Maybe a lot better. But it's not about QR codes. It's about getting people the right surveys, getting them there on time, letting people go through the website, just print stuff. There it comes out, order it from us, we'll just ship it to you, there's a pack of surveys handed out. What keeps people from doing this? That they have to do the damn work themselves, like survey writing, right? Oh, you can go make your own survey, print it out, if you know how to do it, you gotta read it all, like it's totally different.
Thank you.